This is the funny bit. And it's funny because none of us know what's going to happen yet. This beginning part sometimes reminds me of being a child at Christmas and coming downstairs on Christmas Day and seeing all the presents wrapped under the tree and just standing there and looking at them. But not having opened any of them yet, and still having that hope that there might be something good inside. Other times this beginning bit reminds me of like when you've got a blank sheet of paper and you're about to start writing, and you haven't written anything yet, but you're about to start writing your shopping list, and it has that potential to go anywhere, to be anything. This performance art context has a particular possibility to go anywhere, to become anything, because supposedly there aren't any rules. And those lack of rules, that openness, can be liberating, but it can also be difficult to know where to start and how to make decisions. When you do other jobs, you're usually working to fulfill a set of already predefined set of expectations. And that's not just in making things materially like cakes or buildings, but also in other art forms, like comedy, for example. If you'd come here to see comedy, I would know that you want me to make you laugh. But you haven't come here to see comedy, you've come here to see performance art. And because I don't really know what that is, it's difficult to know what you want from me. So I thought how we could proceed is that we could just establish what some of the expectations are in the room, and I could write down those expectations, and then I'll try and respond to those expectations for the rest of the performance. So I thought I'd just start by asking you, a few of you, questions like, what are your expectations? Maybe why you came here. Maybe what you expect to have gained by the end of this evening, or lost. And I'm just going to move through the audience. Can I start by asking you? I know it's a difficult question, but if you have any particular expectations of this performance.
To be honest, I'm just curious to be here. In fact, I didn't think of any reason why I would be here tonight.
So you have no expectations, would you say?
Not really. I'm just curious, to be honest. Sorry.
Hi, can I ask you whether you have any particular expectations of this performance?
I have a lot of expectations for the whole evening. I came here specifically to this evening to see what was going on, so I hope to be fulfilled with a lot of informations and ideas and thoughts and everything.
So you're looking for information and ideas and thoughts?
Yes.
Thanks. ask you if you see a lot of performance art?
Yeah, I have.
Do you have any expectations of this performance?
Not yours particularly, because I don't know you as a performing artist, so I'm looking very much forward to see what you're gonna do.
So your expectations come from context, what you know about someone?
Yeah, I think. I work in a museum, so I watch a lot of art, so yeah, I like to see something new.
Something new,
Yeah.
okay. Can I ask you if you have any expectations of this performance?
Not any specific. I think I feel the same way as the gentleman who answered your question before. I know some of the artists who are here tonight, and I like their work very much. So I came to see that. I also came to see yours. Like the woman over there, I don't know your work either, but I guess maybe it's also seeing something that you couldn't have thought of yourself, and yeah, being open to that.
So seeing something you couldn't have thought of yourself?
Yeah.
Thanks. Hi, can I ask you if you have any expectations of this evening, of my performance particularly?
No.
No expectation.
No, I was hoping you weren't going to ask me. I get very nervous when it's...
Okay, so I've already unfulfilled one of your expectations.
No,
but
no, no.
So, no expectation.
Yeah. Nervous.
Hi. How about you?
Now I had some time to think about if you would ask me, so I think what I want to say is that I expect to see something unexpected, so a bit like the lady there, to be surprised, something you would have not thought about yourself, or
Okay, something surprising.
or something that I wasn't expecting.
Okay, that's difficult. Hi. Do you have any expectations for this performance?
Are you British?
Yeah, I am.
I watched on the internet there's some recent developments in British porn. I would like to get some information about that.
British porn?
I watched it on the internet. It's very much different these years than, say, American law.
Okay, thanks. And lastly, can I ask you if you have any expectations?
I expect after I've answered the question I won't have these sweaty armpits and sweaty palms anymore, because I'm so because I got very nervous.
Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm going to read those back to you. You're curious. I don't know if that's an expectation. I think that's more a state of which you come to this performance, so I'm going to cross that one off. You're looking for information, ideas and thoughts. you're hoping to see something new. And you also hope to see something you couldn't have thought of yourself. You have no expectations, and you want to see something that you weren't expecting. You want to know more about British porn, and you want the sweats that you have when I was asking you, going to ask you the question to go away. I'll just check that the last one, the sweats, whether that's...
Yeah, that one.
Okay, great. We'll cross that one off then. Okay. Okay. So you're looking for information, ideas, and thoughts. Obviously there's a lot of information around. Maybe I'll just be back in a second. Perhaps this response to that expectation is also to benefit myself. I wrote this story the other day, and I don't usually write things down. And then I had them printed, and I just picked them up this morning. And I really like people to read it. So I thought, if I give you all a copy of the story, then there's definitely information in there. And there's some ideas, and there's also some thoughts. It's all covered. So if I give that to you, then maybe you can let me know what you think, and that would be a great help to me. I don't know if there's going to be enough to go around, so I would suggest if you're in here with a group, people you know, maybe you could take one and share it amongst you. Okay, so that's all the information, ideas and thoughts covered for the performance. You want to know something about British porn. I don't know that much about British porn, but I do know about one very specific type of British porn. And I also know a very famous British person who also knows a lot about that type of porn. And he can probably tell you much more about it than I can. So maybe I'll just pass it over to him. come back to that one. Oh, no, we'll go to that one.
The animals need only release their eggs and sperm, and the water mix the two together. On dry land, that couldn't happen, even for the most moisture-loving of creatures. An individual slug carries both male and female organs, but even then, that was of no help. Each had to both give and receive. Somehow or other, pairs of individuals had to get together, and the ways they have evolved in which to do so are quite extraordinary. Indeed, some of them are almost beyond imagining. The leopard slug, you might think, has the simplest of habits. Maybe, but not when it comes to mating. When an individual is looking for a partner, it gives its trail of slime a special taste that advertises the fact. Another, if it feels the same way, will detect the invitation and start to follow. The pursuer, to confirm that it's there and ready to mate, gives the pursued a nibble. The leader heads upwards. An overhang is what's needed. The underside of a branch will do very nicely. The two start to circle one another more and more closely until they entwine. For an hour or so, they continue to wind themselves around one another. Then, suddenly, the pair release their hold on the branch and start to slide downwards on a rope of mucus. Now, in mid-air, they move to the next stage in their pairing. Each everts its male organ from just behind its head. These grow longer and longer. Then they too begin to entwine. They fan out to form a translucent, flower-like globe. And now, at last, sperm passes from one slug to the other. The transfer is complete. Each has been fertilized. Finally, their strange balletic relationship comes to an end.
fetish porn. You want something that you're not expecting. Something you weren't expecting. You also said you had no expectations. But we'll do that one after, well, you asked me to deliver something new. You wanted me to give you something new. I'm not sure about that one. There's lots of things I do in this performance, but as for giving something new, I would do anything for love, run right into hell and back. I would do anything for love, I'll be here till the final act. But I'll never forget the way you feel tonight, oh no, no way. 'Cause I would do anything for love, but I won't do that. No, I won't do that. And some days it don't come easy, and some days it don't come hard. Some days it don't come at all, and these are the days that never end. Some nights you're breathing fire, some nights you're carved in ice. Some nights you're like nothing I've ever seen before or will again. And maybe I'm crazy, but I'm crazy and it's true. I know you can save me, no one else can save me now but you. As long as the planets are turning, as long as the stars are burning, as long as your dreams are coming true, you better believe it, 'cause I would do anything for love. I would do anything for love. I would do anything for love, but I won't do that. No, I won't do that. I would do anything for love, anything you've been dreaming of, but I just won't do that. I would do anything for love, anything things you've been dreaming of, but I just won't do that. And sometimes I pray for silence, and sometimes I pray for soul. Sometimes I just praise the God of sex and drums and rock and roll. And maybe I'm lonely and that's all I'm qualified to be. There's just one and only promise I can keep. As long as the wheels are turning, as long as the stars are burning, as long as your prayers are coming true, you better believe it, that I would do anything for love. You know it's true and that's a fact. I would do anything for love. There'll never be no turning back. Oh, I'll never forgive myself if we don't go all the way tonight. Oh no, 'cause I would do anything for love. I would do anything for love. I would do anything for love, but I won't do that. No, I won't do that.
And you held me down. Will you get me out of the same mistaken town? Will you make it a little less cold?
I can do that. I can do
Will you
that.
cater to every fantasy I got? Will you hose me down with holy water? I get too hot. Will you take me places I never know?
I can do that. I can do
I
that.
know the territory I've been around. It all turned dust and I'm all fall down. Sooner or later you'll be skirting around.
No, I won't do that. No, I won't do that. You said that you had no expectations, back to that one. And your final expectation was to see something that you couldn't have thought of yourselves. Maybe I can just tell you a story from my life, and because of the details of it being about my life, probably, although you might have thought of a similar type of story, you probably wouldn't have thought of the exact same one. The reason why I want to tell you this story is because it had quite an impact on me as a human being. It happened when I was young, and I used to have two pets, a rabbit called Flopsy and a guinea pig called Basil, and they lived together at my dad's house in a hutch outside. It was quite a small hutch, but they got on really well. The rabbit was really, Flopsy was really brave and big, and Basil, the guinea pig, was very shy, and he was really afraid of everything, particularly cats from the garden or foxes. And whenever Basil was afraid, Flopsy would sit on him, completely covering him, and it was a kind of way of protecting Basil. So they were really good friends and obviously worked as a good team. Anyway, one time I took Basil away to my mum's house for a week. I can't remember why. I think it might have been because I wanted to take him to school to show people or something. Anyway, so Basil was taken out of the hutch for the week. Flopsy was left alone. And the day that I brought Basil back to rejoin Flopsy, I stood around with my mum and my dad watching, and we put Basil inside the hutch. And Flopsy bit Basil. He bit him because he'd had that time to mark out his own territory. And when Basil went back inside, he didn't want him there anymore. And forevermore, they lived in two separate hutches, one on top of each other. And quite soon after that, Basil died because he was afraid in a thunderstorm, and obviously Flopsy wasn't there to sit on top of him. So that's the end of the performance, and you can clap now.